It's the 2K Sports pregame show, sponsored by Kia.
Hello, everybody. Ernie Johnson here. I'm joined by Kenny the Jet Smith and Dr. Shaquille O'Neal. Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. Our game tonight featuring the Cleveland Cavaliers as they go up against the Indiana Pacers. For Indiana, they may have some challenges, but this is a game they have had circled on the calendar and want to deliver the top-notch performance they know they can. And we'll get to see Paul George in this one. Obviously, we saw the terrible leg injury he suffered, but he has done more than just come back. In some ways, he's come back better than ever, hasn't he, Kenny?
Yeah, that's impossible almost. I mean, you think about the horrific scare that we all had watching him go down, and he's taken his game to another level, taking central control of the offense, and now he plays incredible defense. How do you do that, Shaq? How does a guy have that kind of injury and be able to come back with that kind of confidence?
Well, it's called heart. The guy has a big heart, and not only that, Kenny, you can respect this as a shooter. His improvement in the three-point shot has been a game change for him. He's clearly one of the elite talents in the league right now after that injury. I'm happy for him.
Love that Paul George story. Time now for tip-off. Kevin Harlan's got the call.
A great view of our broadcast location today. Quicken Loans Arena in Cleveland, Ohio, home of the Cavaliers. Welcome, folks. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports for the latest presentation of our NBA basketball. Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, and our sideline reporter is David Aldridge. Eastern Conference battles always fun. This time it's the Cleveland Cavaliers intent on protecting home court. And before the tip-off, let's send it over to David Aldridge, who had a chance to talk with Coach Tyronn Lue.
Well, Kevin, he said defensively their main priority is going to be preventing points in the paint. He told me we can't let them get comfortable inside. That's what'll hurt us. He wants them playing a very physical brand of D down low. We'll see if they got the message. Kevin?
Thank you, David. The Pacers last season improved their offense and keeping their defense steady.
And you know, Kevin, it was interesting because of the change in style. There was an expectation that the Pacers would make a bigger jump in the offensive numbers, and didn't quite happen that way. The defense stayed about the same, and the offense didn't make as big a jump as was anticipated.
So Indiana wins the tip. All right, let's set the floor courtesy of Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. On the court for Indiana, George and Young are the forwards. Teague and Monte are the guard set. And it's Jefferson in at the center position. James dishes to Irving, and the slam dunk by Irving.
And Kevin, who says a point guard should look to pass first? I mean, not when you can finish like this fella.
Well, he wasn't going to give that opportunity up to a teammate.
Well, you know, Kevin, that's one he'll always take himself, and he should. I mean, you can't pass up that kind of opportunity or fun.
Well, Merry Christmas. I mean, that was a freebie.
We call that a high percentage shot, and when he's the guy taking it, I'd even say it's automatic.
Jefferson kicks to Teague. Elbow shot is on the way. And again, it's Indiana.
I don't know how Teague was able to hit that shot. Defender right on him, but still drains the jumper.
It's LeBron with the drive and the dunk by James.
Boy, Kevin Love certainly is one of the best passing big men in the league.
Pacers have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for him to start off this game. Outside, George. It's Jefferson high post and stolen by Kyrie Irving. James right side. And the dunk by James.
I like the fact that he led his teammate right to the ideal spot. You don't always throw it to your teammate. You throw it to where he needs to be.
Irving against T. Outside, George. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. And so it's Cleveland with it. And Thompson kicks to Irving. Some nice passing by Cleveland here. Ellis against Smith. Hits the three-point bomb. Smith's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
4 makes on 4 tries. Everything's falling early. 100%, can't do better than that.
Jefferson passing to Ellis. In the corner, George with it. And that time, also a missed shot. For Cleveland, they've gone 4 of 4 to start. So a nice offensive rhythm to start here. And it's Smith missing.
4 of 5 to start the game. That's their first miss.
For the 3. Here's Ellis. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
Man, you really have to respect how Ellis takes on any challenge. I mean, specifically how he creates chances for himself close to the basket.
Monte Ellis, one of the NBA's real Ironmen, only missed 3 games in the last 4 seasons.
Yeah, he's a guy who wants to answer the bell every game, doesn't want to be watching in street clothes. Loves the action, loves to play. Has a high impact style too. I mean, he's one of my more enjoyable guys to watch because of the verve with which he plays. When he's got the ball, he's very explosive getting to the rack.
Teague left side. Pass to Ellis. Poked away. Kicks it to Jefferson. LeBron against George. James. Here's Smith. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, that's the message they were sending with that foul. Nothing easy inside.
A different look now for Cleveland. Channing Frye's checked in for Tristan Thompson. Amon Shumpert has come in for Kevin Love. And Mo Williams subbed in for Irving. Young dishes to Miles. To the inside. Shots good by Turner.
I tell you what, Turner just has a beautiful touchdown on the block. I mean, if you get the ball where he wants it, he'll deliver for you.
James kicks to Frye. On the wing, Shumpert. 3-pointer. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Williams. Shumpert's got himself on the board with 3 there.
And they can't allow him too many open looks like that. That's just inviting trouble.
It's stolen by Amon Shumpert. Now it's Shumpert running. He can go all the way. And that one goes in as he is fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts at the line. And we'll get a look at how the hustle stat game has been going for the Cavaliers.
Boy, they've really amped up the pressure at the defensive end, guys, and have piled up the steals in the early going.
And also, they're jumping on a lot of turnovers, making sure they turn them into points at the other end.
Richard Jefferson, he's checked in for Smith. Stuckey outside. He tries for 3. No good there. So Cleveland will take it the other way. LeBron passes to Frye. Back to LeBron. The kick out to Williams. The shot comes out. Good defensive work there by Young. Pacers trail by 6. Jacks up a 3. It's rebounded by Richard Jefferson. And the Cavaliers pushing it up now. Ahead, Frye dishes to James. With nobody on him, he buries the jumper. LeBron's got 9.
The D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been of the 3-point variety.
And you need the defense to stop the bleeding.
Indiana again missing.
As a player, you always want to be able to answer back, but he just didn't have it in him that time.
The Pacers have gone 6 of 12 from the field here in the first quarter. Young with no one around. Offensive rebound Pacers. And the rejection by LeBron. And yes, it's good. Allen's got his first points of the game. Cleveland leading by 7. Here's LeBron. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
An excellent game we've seen from LeBron. He's already got 9 points, and he's chalked up 1 3-pointer on the day as well.
And Clark, I'm sure that won't be the last one. A lot of times he can get hot and stay hot from beyond.
And both free throws good for LeBron. There's 37 seconds left to play in the first quarter. The pass to Stuckey. Turner up top. And Young kicks to Miles. Turner inside, guarded by Frye. The shot by Turner, no good. And it's sent back by Turner.
Man, the defense of Turner is astounding. I mean, he positioned himself well to come up with a lot of blocks.
The three from LeBron, and the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. And they're scoring pretty well as we conclude the first quarter. Cleveland ahead, up by 9. And the second quarter about to get started. We'll be back in just a moment. Hey, talk to Monte Ellis. He says he feeds off his doubters. He loves to hear someone say what he can't do.
I think I had that all my life. I always had to prove somebody wrong, and, you know, still to this day. That's just the competitiveness that I believe my oldest brother built into me when I was little.
And that kind of relentless determination is something Monte is known for. And one of the reasons he's been around for a decade in the NBA as a consistently good player.
And welcome back. It's been all one-sided so far through the first quarter as our second quarter gets underway. And taking a look at the Cavaliers' performance here, what do you guys see?
I just like the way they're getting out in the open floor, taking advantage of all those fast break chances here early on.
I agree with you, Greg. I mean, they can run, and they've done a good job filling the lanes in transition.
On the court for the Pacers as our second quarter gets underway. Monte and George filling out the perimeter. Young and Turner up front, and it's Teague in at the 1. On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, guys, in the era of 3-and-D and 4-out and 1-in, some say the post-up is a lost art. That makes Al Jefferson a throwback player. He said it happened right in front of my eyes. When I came into the league, it was still a big man's game. Everything changed around me. I've always been a back-to-the-basket, post-move player. I just stuck to what I do best. Guys?
Yeah, and I hope he never changes. Thanks, D.A. Now Ellis, following the three-point attempt by Kevin Love. Offensive rebound. Shot is good, and the Cavaliers' lead cut to just 7 on the basket from Turner.
Boy, how about the determination of Turner? I mean, he's a wrecking ball on the glass on both ends of the floor. Just doesn't give up on plays.
Teague against Irving. That's in. He's got 2 made now, and he's shooting 2 for 3. And we've played just over a minute of basketball here in the second quarter. Teague kicks to Ellis. 13 feet away. That's good, and he's now 3 for 4 from the field.
And, you know, the mid-range jump shot, that spot on the floor, I think is important in the game today. It's always helpful to have a guy like Ellis who can knock down that mid-range shot as well as he can.
Here's Ellis, following the basket by Kyrie Irving. Here's Turner. That's good, and so Teague with the assist. Turner's got 4 points in the quarter.
Boy, they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing that ball into the paint. Smash mouth basketball.
And Clark, it's a strategy that has served them well during the course of this first half.
To the middle, Young. And the rejection by Love. It's Thompson off the drive. Smith missing again. Pacers trail by 7. And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That is his first foul of the game. The Pacers making a switch here. Jefferson's checked in. Teague kicks to Ellis. It's stolen by Dunleavy. Poked loose. Smith with it, picked up by Teague. Smith the pass to Thompson. For 3, Dunleavy. The Cavaliers again can't hit. The Pacers have gone 50% from the floor in the second quarter, 3 of 6. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Love.
Yeah, that's a super defensive play. If that gets through, no doubt they score.
And that's why he sold out for it, because he knew he had to make that play. He wasn't going to let them get the advantage.
Outside, George. Up again. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. 8 points for Monte Ellis.
Oh, how about the finesse there? Nice little gentle touch on the board.
And you know, when you have that gentle touch, those tip-ins are easy to come by.
But only if you grind hard enough to get yourself in tight before the shot goes up, guys. You got to get your work done before the shot is attempted. Monte Ellis, hard to believe he's got over a decade in the league already, right out of high school back in the mid-2000s. This guy is an outstanding scorer, driver, and surprisingly good as a playmaker too. If you let him get to his right hand, you're in a real trouble.
Out of bounds, Cleveland takes possession.
Yeah, and I think he was surprised to see that pass coming his way and just really reacted too late.
Now about 3 minutes gone in this second quarter of basketball. Irving for three. Great D that time from T. And Ellis always aggressive, looking to score. He's instant offense, guys.
Yeah, he's high-octane offense, one of the best in the league at getting into the middle of the defense and making good things happen for his team.
And J.R. Smith picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
No question about it. No flop there. That was a direct shot to the chest.
Looking at who's out there now for the Cavaliers. Channing Frye's checked in for Tristan Thompson. Amon Shumpert has come in for Smith, and it's Williams in for Irving. Williams gets the bucket.
Agile play to get his hand in there and get the steal. Intelligent play to immediately start the break.
The dish to Miles. Right side Jefferson, and it's good off the back rim and in.
Just such a good shooter from that range.
And you factor in his height advantage, it's almost unfair.
Love against Allen. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
That's not the kind of streak you want to be part of defensively. Tighten it up, fellas.
To the inside. Here's Williams. Feeds it to Fry. Down low. Here's Love. And it's good. Fought through contact. It's the shot. He'll go to the free throw line.
One shot.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
I tell you what, it reminds me of one of my college coaches. He used to say, that ain't going to get it done. That's 5 straight baskets in the paint now.
And the Cavaliers making a change here. Jefferson's checked in, so timeout called here, the first for Indiana.
Way to work, gentlemen. Let's go now. Hustle up.
The game plan right now, looking at some different sets because of the matchups.
Yeah, I agree with you because they're looking to tweak things to maybe get those matchups working in their favor.
LeBron, he's checked in for Cleveland. From deep. The shot, no good. Good defensive work there by Young. Expanding his range. Basket is good. The assist from Stuckey. Young's got his first 3 points of the game. The Cavaliers leading by 9. James outside. Back to Shumpert. Outside Williams. Allen against James. Excellent D there from Allen.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Stuckey kicks to Jefferson. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good. Jefferson's got 6 points.
And, you know, Stuckey really puts some mustard, some heat on his passes, does a great job setting up his teammates.
Oh, great defense there. Anticipated the play and got there first.
And not afraid to put his body on the line either, Greg. He took a shot for the team in that situation.
The Pacers making a switch here. Turner's checked in. Now, here is Young. Taken away by Williams. 17-foot shot on the way. Good as the jump shot falls. Williams has got 4 points this quarter. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. In transition, here come the Cavaliers. Shumpert with the ball, and he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. And the foul goes against Indiana. The Cavaliers shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight.
And a season ago, they hit about 75% of their free throws.
And, you know, whenever they get into a stretch where it looked like maybe they would turn it around at the line, they would immediately take a step back.
Stuckey against Shumpert. And there's a whistle. It goes on Iman Shumpert. That is his first foul of the game. And stolen by Fry. To the middle. And there's Shumpert. That's good on the assist by James. Shumpert's got the lead up to 12 now for the Cavs. Stuckey for 3. Doesn't go for him. And so that's the end of the first half. Cavaliers lead by 12. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks a lot, Al. What has the strategy been defensively, and what needs to happen in the second half?
Well, we just got to help. We can't let everybody beat us. We just everybody got to help, and on the defense end, and getting the key and protect the paint.
Al, thanks for your time, man. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everybody. Ernie Johnson here alongside Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny Smith, all set to take a look back at the first half of basketball. LeBron James had it going on in the first quarter. He had 11 points, 2 assists, and 1 rebound. What'd you think, Shaq, about Cleveland?
Well, they really dictated the pace of the game with their transition game. They got out on the break every chance they had, and the time they could push the tempo, they did. And a lot of times it kept the defense scrambling like eggs with the cheese and apple juice.
Kenny, what did you think about Indiana?
I look at the lack of free throw attempts as a key indicator. Because the funny thing about getting to the charity stripe, you have to earn it. You have to put your body in harm's way and be physically willing to take the hit. Right now, one team's playing aggressively and the other team isn't. That's the big difference in the score.
That concludes our halftime presentation. We now take you back to Kevin Harlan for the second half.
Welcome back to Cleveland, Ohio, home of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. My wife and I toured that recently. It is worth the price of admission. Welcome back, everybody. Third quarter just about to get going here in what has been so far a runaway game. What can you say, LeBron James? What an impressive effort today.
Yeah, you know, one of the things about the truly greats of our game is that sometimes you get spoiled because of how consistent they can be. And so far, another big scoring night for him.
And oftentimes when he puts up that many points in the first half, he follows it up with an even better second half. We'll see if that's the case here.
The Cavaliers leading by 12. Sharpshooters Irving and J.R. Smith are the backcourt duo. Love and Thompson, the hard rebounding post pair. And it's James in at the 3 slot. That's the group starting the second half for Tyronn Lue.
And if you go back 3 seasons, the Cavs, they're the second youngest roster in the league. 2 consecutive #1 overall picks. And then fast forward to the present, this is a veteran-laden team with its sights squarely set on championships.
Outside Irving. From deep. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Irving's got 9 points.
It only took them a few seconds to answer the 3 ball with one of their own.
Greg, we've got a 3-point battle taking shape here.
Count that one, and the Cleveland lead has been cut down now to just 11 on the basket from Paul George. The drive by LeBron. And the dunk by LeBron.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the 2-hand flush.
They're going for the throat.
Now's the time to do it. Keep attacking that rim.
Here's Jefferson following the score by Cleveland. That doesn't go either for George. And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in. James dishes to Thompson. And it's Thompson with the jam.
And in terms of size, not your typical center, but man, he plays as big as any of them thanks to that terrific leaping ability.
The Cavaliers leading by 15. Here's LeBron, and finished off by LeBron.
You know, guys, that's what he does. He just loves to play that kind of attacking basketball.
And the Pacers call time here.
Great job, guys. Nice work. Take a seat now. Let's talk.
Developmental league going into last season. Some rumors had it that they'd try to move the team closer to Indianapolis, but the Pacers said no, they're committed to keeping them in Fort Wayne, which is really a good basketball city, and it's only about 2 hours from Indianapolis.
Mike Dunleavy, he's checked in for LeBron. Here's Teague. Screen by Ellis. Shoots off the screen, and there's Paul George on the assist by Teague. He's got 10. And the Mad Ants were the last D-League team that didn't have a one-on-one affiliation with an NBA team.
That's exactly right, and now they belong to the Indiana Pacers. And if you want a D-League team in this day and age, you've got to start your own. Seems like pretty soon every team in the NBA will have their own D-League team to go one-on-one, 30 for 30.
Now Irving. Paul George missing from long range. And there's the 3-second violation. Pacers trail by 15. That's tipped. And Smith with a clear path to the hoop. And the jam by J.R. Smith.
Whoa, quick hands on the steal and then just mad hops on the slam.
Great sequence for them defensively and offensively.
Well, one usually leads to the other, Kevin. That's just good, aggressive, attacking basketball at both ends.
The Cavaliers leading by 17. And Thompson kicks to Irving. Dishes it to Thompson. Inside Leaner. So the whistle blows on the shot, and 2 free throws for the contact right there. This is his first free throw of the game. He misses the free throw. Turner's checked in for Jefferson. That one is no good. And the Pacers asking Paul George to play some power forward last season. He was a little hesitant to absorb that pounding, especially coming off the big injury.
And guys, you know, in practice, they mostly had C.J. Miles defending power forward. It's funny to have the 6'10 guy on the wing and the 6'6 guy on the block, but George certainly at his best guarding on the perimeter. His anticipation, his length, his speed, those things play well on the perimeter for him on the defensive end.
They get it back. Turner. And the rejection by Love. And here comes Smith leading the fast break. Thompson passes to Dunleavy. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Dunleavy's got his first 3 points of the game.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Dime-dropping delights is what I call it.
Yeah, it's a nice pass. I will give you that one.
Yep, he was on the money, that's no doubt. And here's Ellis from beyond the arc. No good, he's missed 3, and he's made 4 of his 7. Love outside. Thompson left side. Dunleavy kicks to Irving. The rebound by Turner.
Oh, tough D on the inside.
It sure was, Greg. No easy access to the basket when that fella's in the middle.
The Cavaliers leading by 19 points. Dunleavy dishes to Love. And the dunk by Love.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher.
And guys, I like the fact that he chose the one-hand tomahawk slam because you get a little higher when you go off one hand and 1 foot.
Now here's Love. Thaddeus Young missing his last shot. Teague against Irving. And it comes off the front of the rim.
Well, I think the defense got lucky right there. I mean, he's going to make a lot more of those than he misses when he's got that much room. You know, of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is major smash mouth basketball, guys.
You're all about imposing your will offensively, getting exactly the kind of looks their coach drew up.
Nailed from three-point land.
Great quarter for him at the offensive end, trying to will his team back in the game.
Out to the right wing. Smith outside. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline.
Even though he isn't having the best of games from the floor, it hasn't seemed to hurt him.
Shots good by Ellis.
A fantastic heads-up play there from Young to find the open man.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock.
And Kyrie Irving, an incredible ball handler, maybe the best in the league. You know what? He may be the best ball handler ever. I mean, he's just so deceptive. He gets wherever he wants, when he wants. And then you couple that with his ability to shoot the basketball, he just puts a tremendous amount of pressure on the defense.
Catching up on the changes for Cleveland. Channing Frye's checked in for Tristan Thompson. LeBron comes in for Kevin Love. Jefferson's checked in for Dunleavy. And it's Iman Shumpert in for Smith. And Shumpert kicks to Irving. Passes it to LeBron. And LeBron throws it down.
He has really shot the ball extremely well, as you'd expect. Like we say, he's been making sweet string music all day long.
Stuckey for three. No good. And at the end of the third quarter, a huge lead in this one may already have been decided. Cavaliers ahead as they end the third quarter with a 13-5 run. And time for the short break, and stay right where you are. The fourth quarter is coming up next. And we're rolling here again with the fourth quarter. Might not come down to the wire, but you never know. The Pacers shooting for the game at 42%. On the court for Indiana, we've got Rodney Stuckey. Lavoy Allen out there with Miles Turner. Then there's C.J. Miles. And it's Ellis in at the point guard position. Miles, that's good.
The way Miles shoots from outside is why he's such a valuable player. He's just downright a laser from the perimeter.
Now here's LeBron, and Shumpert kicks to James. And LeBron throws it down hard.
And we've seen him do that before. Batter a defense by just exploding to the basket.
And that replay sponsored by Kia, the Kia Slam Cam, giving us a great look at that one. Allen with it, guarded by Fry. Allen outside. 5 on the clock. Here's Miles. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Well, when you give Miles space to roam near the rim, he's going to finish inside with a variety of moves.
LeBron kicks to Shumpert. And count it. 2 points with a chance for one more at the free throw line.
Those defenders look like they're out of gas. I mean, they're getting pushed around on the low block.
Yeah, but they better rally soon because they've given up 3 straight buckets in the paint.
Thompson, he's checked in for Channing Frye. So an entirely new group in now for Indiana. Al Jefferson, he's checked in for Turner. Young comes in for Allen. George is checked in for C.J. Miles. And it's Teague in for Monte Ellis. Now here's Teague. Now the feed to Jefferson. Inside. And Young with the basket on the assist by Jefferson.
Young is often overmatched because he's not as big as other power forwards, but he still finishes inside at a high rate.
That one drops for him.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, Greg, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
And the Pacers call time here.
Yeah, can't be pleased with all these easy looks they continue to give up there in the paint.
No, I'm sure he's not, Greg. I mean, their defense is showing a lot of holes, especially down low. That's unacceptable.
Kevin Love's checked in for Cleveland. Now here's Teague. Left side, George. Lets it go from the baseline and nails it. George has got 16 here in the second half.
And he has starting to turn it on now after that slow start.
And finished off by Shumpert.
And he wanted everybody in the building to feel that ferocity.
And we did. Yeah. And we felt it. Even over here, we felt it.
It's the best way to do it, as long as you don't get teed up for it.
Jefferson kicks to Young. George with a screen on Love. Pass to Stuckey. He's off on that one. And Cleveland the other way now. James with it. George picks him up. Nobody near Irving. Yes, it's James picking up the assist. LeBron's got 6 assists now in the game. Young. Oh!
Oh! With his athleticism, dunks like that are pedestrian for Young.
Oh, and it looks like that's going to be a goaltending call. Yep, that's it. So they'll get the basket.
He almost got to that shot in time, but not quite. You can't touch the ball once it's on the way down.
Indiana making some changes. Jeremy Evans checks in for Young. Robinson comes in for George. And Joseph Young subbed in for Jeff Teague. To the paint, here's Robinson. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
Clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give him any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean, he's got to play without fouling.
And some changes here for the Pacers. Thaddeus Young. He's checked in for Jeremy Evans. Paul George comes in for Young. And it's Ellis in for Rodney Stuckey. Now here's LeBron. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Pacers will take it.
And really just a lack of awareness on his part. Just no idea he was right near the line.
Jeff Teague, he's checked in for the Pacers. Here's Teague. And here's George for 3. But they get it back. Here's Jefferson, and Thompson sends it back.
And you know, as good as Young can be in the open court, doesn't quite carry over to his free throw shooting.
And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Cavaliers.
They've been penetrating with a certain amount of ease, guys, just as much in this half as the first.
You know, they're taking care of business in the paint, too. Those are valuable points.
Oh! Oh, they are putting the hammer down. A huge lead right now.
Yeah, and it doesn't matter if we're talking about their offense or their defense. I mean, it's all been good.
Here's LeBron. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. 30 points for LeBron.
They've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
And it's not just their passing, but also the body movement off the ball that's created a lot of those opportunities.
Boy, a nice show of strength that time from Paul George, absorbing the hit and still carving out space to get the shot to go down.
Looking at who's out there now for the Cavaliers. Channing Frye's checked in for Love. Dunleavy comes in for LeBron. And it's Williams in for Irving. Lavoy Allen's checked in for Indiana. Joseph Young comes in for Jeff Teague.
Wow, beautiful feed from Mo Williams.
Williams against Young. 1:57 left in the fourth. Here's Young, but he stays with it. Back to Ellis. Lets it go with a 3. It's hauled in by Fry. Cleveland's gone 6 of 14 with the 3 ball tonight, just a little over 40%. Smith kicks to Fry. Stolen by Allen. Inside, here's Young, and Thompson sends it back. Tipped away. Young with the steal.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout. Big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Cavaliers.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And what a huge standout performance it was for LeBron James. He was doing everything right, and the points came in bunches. Definitely had the hot hand.
Shots good from Young.
And Ellis is just a speed merchant in everything he does. Whipping the ball around the floor is just one of his many attributes.
Here's Dunleavy, and a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
Clearly a foul.
Yeah, he took a shot there, earned those free throws.
And the first one at the line is good. And the city of Cleveland still aglow from their first major professional sporting title in over 52 years.
They waited a lifetime, Kevin. In the end, it was a native son, LeBron James, who returned to lead them to glory. You just couldn't script it any better.
Iman Shumpert is checked in for Cleveland.
The offense has clearly kicked into gear. The question, though, is it just a little too late?
Yeah, I think it may be, Greg. At least they're finally showing some signs of life offensively. Too bad I think it's past the point where it'll do much good.
Richard Jefferson, he's checked in for Mike Dunleavy. Out of bounds, Pacers ball as Indiana keeps possession. .44 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Young for three, and a rebound goes to the Cavaliers. The drive by Shumpert. Battles through traffic and lays it in.
And that's just a little more for these fans to cheer about as they get ready to celebrate a W.
Well, let the party start. The celebration begins, and they're going to let their guys hear it.
2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. And Fry slams it in.
And they're not finished just yet. They're going to make sure about this win.
Yeah, not taking any chances, Greg. This is how you close a game out. Textbook.
To the inside. Here's Allen, and Thompson sends it back. Outside Shumpert. Fires the three. Off on that one. And so it's Cleveland taking care of business in this one. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team by far tonight.
And you got to commend this sort of dominance, particularly here at home. It's a great feeling when you play almost a perfect game and to have that crowd be so pumped up.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks very much, Kevin. You guys pulled away in the second half. What were the differences?
No, we all contributed tonight, and if we have a well-balanced, scoring and we're efficient on both ends, we usually end up winning the game. And, like you said, the second half was big for us tonight.
You got it done when it counted. Thanks very much for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our terrific 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. So long.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
And Ernie Johnson here again with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny Smith. Without further ado, let's present our Jordan Player of the Game, LeBron James. Aggressive right from the opening tip. His big first quarter got the team into a groove early, and that helped fuel their fire for the rest of the evening. What are your thoughts, Kenny?
His accuracy, wow. I was blown away by how consistent he was throughout this game. There's a part of you that thinks like, okay, another one and another one. It's going to be another one that goes in, and then you realize, you know what, it's just his night.
He loves playing in front of his home crowd. He looked like he was having a blast out there, and he gave him a lot to cheer about. Whether he was scoring or doing something else, he was involved in so many big plays.
And that's it for tonight, but we've got a whole new NBA season ahead of us. For Shaquille O'Neal, for Kenny the Jet Smith, for Kevin Harlan, wherever he might be, and the entire 2K Sports crew, I'm Ernie Johnson. We'll see you again very soon.